Hello again. I've got another denture tutorial for you guys that I'm super excited to share with you. I'm going to be applying one of my favorite denture products to my dentures today called Cushion Grip. I have an extra box here so I could show you guys. It's almost like a soft reline that you do at home, and it's super easy to use. It's super fun. I love it. It makes them fit more snugly because mine are right now, the ones I have now are too big for me. So they have a reline in them. And then on top of that, I'm going to put Cushion Grip to make them fit better. And I'm excited to get my denture box dentures, which should be coming soon. The try-in at least should be coming soon. So the first thing you do with Cushion Grip is make sure you have a drying rag and hot water. I've got mine sitting in the hot water. You just let it sit in here for a few minutes. It helps it come out easier. And you want to make sure your dentures are clean and dry. So the first thing I'm going to do is take one of my Cushion Grips out of the water and thoroughly dry it off. I always start with my bottoms. Just a personal preference. You can start with the top or the bottom. It doesn't really matter. Take your cover off. And then I'm going to roll out about this much. And then put your cover back on or it will leak out. It's always important to put your cover back on. It's pliable, as you can see. It's super pliable. I like to stretch mine out a little bit just to aerate it a little. Make it a little more flexible. Roll it around till it's not super sticky. And then I'm going to roll it into a gummy worm. Into a nice, long, thin gummy worm. Now, I like to apply mine from one end of my dentures all the way to the other end of my dentures and then push it down into the crevices. Just like that. Sorry guys, I gotta see what I'm doing too. I know already I'm gonna need a little more in that one area because it kind of rubs against the inside of my bottom gums and it doesn't feel good at all. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a little more in that area that I know I need more. And when you're done, it should look something like this. And it's an orange color, but it does dry almost like a pink kind of color. Now I'm going to take out some more for my top. Now, it's getting harder to come out of this one. This one's almost empty. We'll have to get out the new one here in a minute. Get out what we can. That one's empty now, so I got this one. Now, some people like to put it just in this part, just around the outer edges. But I like to put some over the middle of my palate as well, because right here really presses into my mouth and it does hurt. So I like some extra cushion there. So I'm going to roll this one out a little bit too, so it looks kind of like this. And this is about half of my denture. I push it up against the sides because I want to get all the little nooks and crannies. So this is what this side looks like. And look at my eye trying to take over the denture. So I'm going to dig out my other one out of the water and dry it off. My kids are watching me do this. They're used to this by now. Alright. Take the cover off. And let's get some of this out. Oh, it's always a pain getting a new key on here, so we're just going to squeeze it out. Squeeze about that much. Ply it a little bit, just like this. Stretch it out into a little gummy worm. This is going to go on the other side. Just like this. So it'll look kind of like this if you're just doing that part, but I also do my palate, so we're going to get out a little more Cushion Grip for the palate part. Gonna stretchy, stretchy, stretchy. This one I kind of flatten out into almost like a pancake. So it kind of looks like this. And we're going to stretch it over the palate part. And I'm going to take just a smidge more for that one area that I told you bothers me. and I'm gonna put just a smidge more there. That way it keeps it from pressing into the roof of my mouth and causing discomfort. And when it's done, it should look like this. Now it's important to let it sit for 5 minutes before putting it in your mouth. So in 5 minutes, I'll be right back. Still got a couple minutes before we put it in our mouth, but I did want to give you a couple more little tips with it. When you first put it in, you need to bite down firmly for about a minute or two just to get a good fit. It will burn and tingle a little bit because there is some alcohol in there to help it slide out of the tube better. Also, you want to keep it in there for 2 hours without taking them out. And then after 2 hours, you can take them out and trim off any that bleeds out of the extra areas. Sometimes mine will go down my teeth a little bit, and you just cut it out, but you got to wait at least 2 hours. And then you got to put them back in your mouth and leave them in for at least 6 hours to fully cure. And you just want to make sure to do that, and then you'll get a good fit and a good long-lasting time out of your cushion grip. Cushion grip lasts, it says on the package it can last 3 to 4 days, but mine will last a few weeks before I have to change it. It just depends. You change it when it's comfortable for you. So we'll be back here in a couple minutes to put it in. Alright, we're ready to put our dentures in. The cushion grip looks about the same. You can see where I needed that little extra bit right there. I'm going to start by putting in my bottoms and pressing them down into my gums. Hold it for a minute. And now I'm going to put my tops in and push up for a minute. Bite down. You can kind of feel it shifting around a little bit. You'll kind of feel it kind of start sticking, almost like an adhesive. There's the burning and the tingling. Just keep biting down for a little bit. And that is how you apply cushion grip. And I hope this was able to help somebody who's using cushion grip of their own, maybe for the first time. There's my Elijah back there. And thank you so much for watching.